All right, so the first thing to know about the term open circuit potential is that it can go by various different names, also known as open circuit voltage, and people sometimes say EOC or EOP or VOC or VOP, right? E meaning potential or voltage, or also V, and then OC for open circuit, OP for open potential. So all these mean the same thing. So if you see them, we're talking about open circuit potential, and it's a very simple definition. It just means the voltage of a system at which there is no current. So extremely easy to define, but conceptually people have problems thinking about this. Like, how can you have a voltage when you don't have any current? Well, technically speaking, you can't measure voltage without passing some current, but this is what a voltmeter does very well. It passes very, very little current. That effectively you're passing no current. But technically speaking, you are passing some current to make that measurement. Because how is it doing it? It's doing it using V equals IR, Ohm's law, in order to do this. Okay, what is this really, how is this really useful? Let's look at another example. So look at an example. So if we have the reduction potential for, I like to use the battery as an example of a lithium ion battery, right? Here are the half cells, standard reduction potentials for the two reactions that are involved. And we can add these two half reactions up, right? We would have to flip this one at the top here, that's the anode, and then the cathode. And then we could add these up and we get a total cell voltage, 4.26 volts. Under standard conditions, which means, 1 molar of the reactants at standard temperature and pressure, okay? So if we built a battery under standard conditions with these electrode materials, our open circuit potential, if everything was done correctly, should be 4.26 volts. That's what this means, okay? So we know, though, from our intuition that as we use the battery, as we discharge the battery, i.e. we're pulling current out of the system, that the voltage of the battery is going to die. And so the voltage of the battery is going to be less than 4.26. And in fact, even when we pull some current, some usable current out of it, it's going to be much lower than 4.26. But the open circuit potential is sort of what the max voltage ever could be when you're measuring a system at which you could get usable current. And then your usable current is going to go, when you're at a usable current, you're going to get lower voltage out of that if you're thinking about getting voltage out of the system, getting energy out of the system. It's always going to be lower due to some overpotential associated with the reaction.